Welcome to Truth and Wellness, where we're committed to uncovering the real strategies behind lasting health transformations. I'm your host, Pavel Gray, and today I'm thrilled to introduce our guest, Dr. Kent, a doctor of pharmacy and glutathione expert who's devoted his career to health optimization.
Today we're exploring a topic that's been on everyone's minds, especially with the changing seasons and all the talk about immune health. Why do some people seem to catch every bug that comes around, while others appear almost invincible? To help us answer this, I've invited Dr. Kent, a pharmacist and expert on glutathione. Dr. Kent, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Pavel. It's great to be here and talk about something so critical for everyone's health.
So, let's dive right in. What determines immune strength?
Well, it all comes down to something called intracellular glutathione. Your immune system is essentially only as strong as your glutathione levels. Every immune cell, whether it's T cells, natural killer cells, macrophages, or B cells, relies on glutathione to function effectively. Without it, they can't multiply, communicate, or handle threats. So, you can imagine, low glutathione equals a weaker immune system.
Wow, that's fascinating. Can you explain a bit more about how glutathione affects these immune cells?
Sure. When your body detects a virus or bacteria, what happens is that immune cells start to multiply rapidly to fight that infection. This process requires a lot of energy and potent antioxidant protection, which is where glutathione steps in. It protects those dividing cells from oxidative damage and essentially fuels the mitochondria, those tiny powerhouses, so that the immune cells can do their job effectively. A study from McGill University illustrated this perfectly by showing that animals fed bonded cysteine produce significantly more white blood cells when exposed to pathogens.
So, if someone has low glutathione levels, they're definitely at risk for getting sick more often?
Exactly. Research shows that individuals with depleted glutathione have a reduced immune response. They produce fewer antibodies, and their T cells don't multiply as efficiently. Vulnerability is particularly prevalent in the elderly, people with chronic diseases, and those under significant stress. All these groups tend to show low glutathione levels alongside compromised immunity.
That aligns with what I've observed in my yoga classes. Students often get sick during stressful periods. Can we attribute that to low glutathione?
Absolutely. Chronic stress rapidly depletes glutathione. Stress hormones like cortisol lead to increased free radical production, and your body uses glutathione to neutralize these. When stress becomes a constant, it wipes out a significant portion of your glutathione reserves, leading to a weakened immune system. So, it's no surprise people tend to get ill during periods of extreme stress, like finals weeks or major life transitions.
That makes so much sense. Now, switching gears a bit, can glutathione supplementation actually help rebuild immunity?
Yes, multiple studies have shown that. A landmark study published in the Journal of Medicine focused on elderly subjects taking bonded cysteine. They experienced improved immune function, fewer infections, and better antibody responses to vaccines. Their immune systems essentially behaved more like those of younger individuals. The intervention was straightforward. Raise intracellular glutathione levels, and then the immune cells can take care of the rest.
How long typically does it take for someone to see improvements in their immunity after starting supplementation?
Most individuals notice they get sick less often, within about 30 to 60 days. Even if they do catch something, recovery tends to be faster. By around 90 days, you'll find measurable improvements in immune markers. There's an increase in lymphocyte counts, natural killer cell activity, and antibody production tends to normalize. It's all about giving your immune system the support it requires.
What happens when we consider individuals who are immunocompromised? Can glutathione still provide benefits for them?
Research indicates that yes, it can help. Studies involving HIV patients have shown that taking bonded cysteine increased glutathione levels and improved immune markers. There's research led by McGill scientists that demonstrated antiviral activity and reduced apoptosis in immune cells treated with cysteine-rich whey protein. That meant immune cells had a better lifespan and improved functionality. This discovery even sparked clinical trials in pediatric AIDS patients, revealing improved weight gains and glutathione status in those children.
Incredible. So, how about autoimmune conditions? Would boosting glutathione be beneficial there?
That's a prevalent concern. The good news is that glutathione helps in both directions. It can strengthen weak immune responses and moderate overactive immune responses, which is critical in autoimmune conditions. Glutathione supports T regulatory cells, which prevent the immune system from attacking its own tissues. Research indicates that individuals with autoimmune diseases often have lower levels of glutathione. Restoring glutathione can help reestablish balance in the immune system without suppressing it, instead regulating it.
So, to summarize, glutathione isn't just about fighting off infections. It's about balance.
Exactly. Immune health is all about achieving balance. Your immune system needs to be aggressive when fighting threats, but also needs to recognize self from non-self. It must switch off inflammatory responses once a threat is neutralized. That's where glutathione comes in as the master regulator of immune balance.
I'm sure my students would love to know how they can naturally boost their immunity. What advice can we give them?
Tell them immunity starts at the cellular level. Things like sleep, nutrition, stress management, and movement are essential. But those strategies only work effectively if our cells are equipped with the right biochemical tools. Glutathione is the most crucial tool. Without it, your immune cells can't perform their tasks, regardless of how well you sleep or eat. With optimized levels of glutathione, your immune system can operate at peak efficiency.
What is the best approach for someone who seemingly falls sick quite often?
I suggest starting with a 90-day customized glutathione optimization protocol. For instance, take 2 sachets of immunocompromised daily with boosters. Track your frequency of illness, the severity of symptoms, and recovery duration. Most people are genuinely surprised by how big the change is. They won't catch every cold anymore, and when they do fall ill, it tends to be mild and brief. Their bodies finally have what they need to mount effective immune responses.
That really deconstructs the mystery around immunity. It's not just luck. It's about optimizing at the cellular level.
Exactly, Pavel. Your immune system is incredibly intelligent. It just requires the right support to function properly. Glutathione is that needed support, and decades of peer-reviewed research back this up. The science is robust, reproducible, and the value it provides to those who've dealt with low immunity is life-altering. I will also include a link for a 5-day sample kit of the original immunocompromised and booster for people that want to get a feel for the taste and practice mixing the product before they commit to a monthly supply in the description section of this podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Kent, for shedding such light on this important aspect of health. I hope listeners can take this knowledge and apply it to strengthen their immune systems.
Thank you, Pavel. I hope your listeners recognize how vital it is to optimize their immunity. Keeping it strong serves as your frontline defense against diseases.
Thanks for tuning in to the Truth in Wellness podcast, where your journey to mastering wellness begins.